Hello there. I was just taking a bit of a look at my aquarium, and I've noticed that one of my fish is looking a bit peaky. I'm not quite sure what's happened to him, and I'm not entirely sure how you heal a fish. So that could be something of a problem, because I certainly don't want my fish dying. But what I want to do today, mostly, is a little bit of building of equipment. As you know, I've got metallurgy, and so far I've been using this crushing device to turn ore into dust, because it doubles the ingots you get. However, I have all this Buildcraft energy now, so what I want to do today is make something from the thermal expansion. The mod's called thermal expansion. It's an expansion for Buildcraft, and it adds a variety of rather useful devices that will do away with the need for my crusher, and eventually my furnace as well. So I've got the bits with me. First of all, I need to make a machine frame, and these are central to a lot of thermal expansion devices. This is my last gold. I think I've got one more block of gold in a box somewhere, and then I'm out of gold. I'm going to have to go and do some mining. So that's the machine frame, and then you need a reception coil, which is 2 redstone and another gold. And then finally, to make the pulverizer, it's a piston. The coil goes down at the bottom, the machine frame in the middle, a flint on each side. It's nice to actually have something to do with flint. And a copper ingot on each side. And this should make a pulverizer. Hurrah! So now, if I pop that here, you can see I've got a few bits and bobs set up already, and then I just need to add this there. Yeah, that's connecting the right way, because I want this to be more or less automated. So what I've got is a chest that I'm going to put the. Let's grab some. I'll grab some silver ore. So and I've got some cobblestone in there at the moment. It'll take the silver ore, and as long as that redstone engine is going, the pipe there, the wooden pipe, will suck it out and send it in here. Now I just need to make sure that these are the right way around. This needs to be blue. For thermal expansion gives you quite a lot of customizability in setting up devices like this. Blue is inputs, and then there's 2 outputs from this, but I want them both to be going to the same place. So there's a red output, a yellow output, but if you want them both coming out the same pipe, it's orange. So I've got an input on the right, output on the left, and then I want this to be activated when it's receiving a redstone current. So that's correct. The options are, I'm not sure what that one does actually, I think that just switches it off entirely. That'll have it go off if there's no redstone current, and that one requires one. And as usual, I've got a lever here that will set off both those redstone engines. And so the ore will come in over here, turn into dust, and then be shoved off into this chest. If everything works as we hope. So let's give it a go. Let me just count how many ore there is there. Now you'll notice I'm sending cobblestone in here, because one of the things the pulverizer can do is turn cobblestone into sand. And I never have enough sand. So that's really handy. It saves me from digging up the desert, because I always have plenty of cobblestone and not enough sand. So there's that. But if I just remove the cobblestone for a minute, I want to see how it gets on with the Oh! Why did you do that, you crazy thing? I suppose it did that because there was cobblestone in there. That's a little worrying. So if there's a different substance in there, it just spits it out on the floor instead of queuing it up in the pipe. That's not ideal. So I probably just want to do one thing at a time, which renders having a feeding system to this a little moot. Maybe there's a better way I can do that. Maybe if I have more pipes or use a different pipe. I'll have to look into that, because the last thing I want to do is lose any dust. I did try setting this up with the crusher, and the crusher doesn't work at all. The crusher doesn't stack up the ores properly, so you just end up losing ore. do not attempt this with the crusher. However, the pulverizer stacks them up properly, and you don't lose anything as far as I can tell. The crusher's not really designed for pipe work. But hopefully, yeah, all the dust is coming out over here. Eventually... Is that all of it? So there's 10. Is that as many? Oh no, there's another 2 there. So there's 12. So that's correct, I think, because one of the ores popped out and it is in my miner's backpack now. Well, there's a couple, in fact. So that's handy. Though I think I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to look into that, so I don't go losing ores if I leave this unattended. Now, thermal expansion has a furnace as well you can make, and a variety of other gadgets, but unfortunately I can't make any of them because I'm out of gold. so that's that for now. But as you know, there's a variety of other different building systems in Minecraft. I've decided that this base is going to be Buildcraft based. When I go to another dimension, I might set up an Industrial Craft 2 based base. And there's a few others as well that I might want to look into. One thing I've realised is that the next episode is episode 50, and I want to do something quite big and special for that. So I've decided, for episode 50, that is going to be when I take my very first step into a Mystcraft dimension. Now, I've already dabbled a little bit with Mystcraft. I made this linking book, which would take me over to the other wizard tower, and a linking book stand. But if you can look at this, you'll see there's quite a lot of what they call Z fighting. It's graphically quite unpleasant to look at. So what I'm going to do is make something else that's a little similar and see if that works any better. And I'm using limewood planks because I've got so much limewood, I don't know what to do with it all. But fortunately, it does work for these. So there's a lectern. So if I can find somewhere to put this, well, I'll just put it on the floor. So if I just grab this linking book, and then I can put it over here, does that behave any better? It does. Excellent. Because I'm going to need, and I think I can still use the book, like you can a linking stand. Well, I can find out. Boom. Yep, that still works. Excellent, because I do not like Z fighting. It upsets me. I always think my graphic card's going to crash. But I'm going to need one of those lecterns to hold the book that's going to take me to the other dimension. And I'm going to need to place another lectern as soon as I get there to have a linking book to get back home again. Because the last thing you want to do is get trapped there. I won't be getting trapped. That's not going to happen. This slime has been wandering around over here for 9 hours. So I don't know. It's going to have to be a very random Mystcraft age is what they call them, because I just don't have the symbols to specify one particularly, so I could end up anywhere. It could be somewhere that's not particularly conducive to Minecraftian life, but you know, that's all. It's all in the adventure, and I do have a few things up my sleeve as long as I don't die or lose my spell book. I have this spell. In fact, I just cast that in entirely the wrong spot. Whoops. And now I've put it away again. I've got a spell called Summon Rift, which allows me to create an extra dimensional space. And as you can see, I already keep a couple of link books in here, unlinked ones, plus my travelling house kit. So I've always got those with me, even though it doesn't look like I've got them. They don't appear to be in my inventory. Very, very useful spell. If you're always running out of space, but it's because it's a bit fiddly to get things out. It's just stuff you're going to use from time to time, but well worth researching if you can find a scroll for it. So anyway, that's what we're going to do for level 50, for episode 50. It may or may not turn out to be a disaster and bring doom upon us all. But assuming it doesn't, I'm going to be taking the travelling house kit with me, just in case I find any cool-looking buildings. It's not likely. I'm probably not going to find a dimension I'd want to live in first time out, but I might find some buildings that I want to bring home with me. If it's a really, really good quality dimension, then I may well go back there and use it for all manner of things. If it's a horrible, ugly dimension, then I can just mine the living daylights out of it. I'll probably build a giant automatic quarry and ravage it. If it's that unpleasant. We shall. Well, yes. I need to stop saying that. We shall see what we shall see. I like saying that because it's true. You know, but overused phrase on my part. I'll admit. But I think that's about enough for this episode, and I'll see you next time for the great adventure. Take care.